you know, Vanderpump Rules ended. We did a show on that on Wednesday afternoon and Thursday for Thanksgiving. And that is what it is. But here's the thing, that there's rumors as to why it ended. We could talk about this all day. I don't really know if we should. I mean, it's pretty obvious. It was the obvious reasons, but insiders now confirming our reasons. Yeah, in part it was money, but they're saying, money aside, it wasn't even, it doesn't even matter if it was money. Like basically, it wasn't sustainable. There's no story. They're not interacting with each other. They're not speaking to each other. Where would the show have gone? They're saying, it ended creatively. Creatively, there was no place to go, and that's why it ended. And they're saying, when one cast member says they're never going to speak to another one again, how is that a sustainable show? Now, that is, I mean, nothing new. Go listen to our show on Wednesday afternoon and Thursday. But, does this ring true? Does this, so there's a lot of rumors circulating now that Teresa, the queen again, your queen, not mine, mine's Madonna. But your queen, Teresa Giudice, that she is very, very concerned because Vanderpump Rules has ended creatively. We have nowhere to go. And when one person doesn't speak to another, there's no way to sustain the show. Well, that sounds like Teresa. And that Teresa is very concerned after Vanderpump Rules has ended. I call kind of bullshit on this. I mean, I think Teresa has been concerned. I mean, the thing is on pause. How many months ago did this shit end? You have to understand. I mean, if you think about it, it's not when it ended. It's like, yeah, you get a little bonus for going to the reunion, this and that. But like the main check to film last season has long cleared. Villains, that was like last December. So all this has cleared. So, I mean, other than these little appearances, 5,000 here, 7,500 there, there's been, so I think Teresa's been worried. I don't think this really, but I do think that this is certainly not a good sign for New Jersey. I still am not sure that there's going to be a whole reboot. I just don't see it. I think they're going to, I've gone back and forth about whether they're going to bring back Teresa or Melissa. I still don't know. I did a whole show afterwards about how Teresa will always be back. Longer it's off, I don't know. And so then I did a whole nother show about how Melissa will be the one back. They're not going to bring back both. I don't see a reboot, but that's just me. But I can certainly understand when you say creatively the show doesn't work and this one doesn't speak to that one, and therefore we cannot go on. I think that is the exact Jersey that is the exact Jersey situation, and I think everyone should be worried, and I think Teresa especially because she really needs and relies on the money. There are others there that need the money as well, but she would be number one based on the amount she made and the amount she spended. She needs it more than anyone. And I think Louis is making shit. And I think he's there for the fame and the money. I agree with everything everyone has said. No offense to Louis Aurelius. And I guess after her, who would I think needs it second? I guess Dolomite. Hello, Dolomite. I think Dolomite needs it. Although I think she lived, I mean, look, she comes in with that Birkin. Come on now. It's not real. It is what it is. I think she just, didn't live the life that Teresa lived. So I think Dolomite has more money, maybe, socked away for a rainy day. And I think Dolomite really understood that one day this is going to go over. So I put Teresa first and I put Dolomite second as far as who needs the money to keep their lifestyle and just to keep the checks coming in with everything else they have going on. So I think, look, Vanderpump Rules, I think, is a foreshadowing for New Jersey. I think Teresa should be worried when they say creatively there's nowhere for the show to go. And certainly when two people don't speak, it ain't going to work. Yeah, sounds exactly like New Jersey. Lala has spoken out, saying the one regret she has with Ariana is that, well, after, according to Lala, and I love Lala, she's been on this podcast, but according to her, also a two-time guest, according to Lala, after season 10, she was really, really, really not going to come back. Now, this, I am not sure that I believe. I just kind of call BS on this. I call BS on this. I just think everyone's going to come back. But she says after season 10, she was just, that was it. That was it. She was not coming back. And they said, please, 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 one more season, Miss Kent. And that she said, okay, but if I agree to season 11, now this does sound a little bit of like, I love you, Lala, but it sounds a little bit of backtracking because the audience has taken you to church. The queen, they have, after Teresa, these people have a second queen. It's Ariana AstroTurf. So, Queen AstroTurf. But might as well give her a name too, right? Everyone else has a name here. But Lala said to them, if you want me to come back for season 11, it ain't gonna be good. So just be forewarned, I'm coming in guns blazing. And they convinced her to come back, and she came back, and that's why she came in guns blazing. And she says the one thing she regrets, and it does have to do with Ariana, your queen, AstroTurf, that after the finale of season 11, after she lost her mind, that she wanted to call Ariana and say, I have said horrible things about you. Actually, friendship ending things about you. And that Lala's thing for all these years of being on Vanderpump Rules, I found Lala to be very honest in the real world coming on this podcast. But she says, her whole thing is, if I'm going to say it behind your back, I'm going to say it to your face. I actually believe Lala. I personally love Lala. She said, but she said all these things on the Vanderpump finale. She went to support Ariana in Chicago. She went to support her everywhere else. And it's not that she doesn't support her. She wishes her well, even though they have nothing to do with each other, but that she was supporting her. And as she was supporting her, she was like, wow, I said all these horrible things and they are friendship ending. And I should have just said this to her face. By the way, I said all this about you. And, um, basically that's her one regret, which I kind of believe also sounds a little bit like backtracking to me, but I kind of believe. And, I just think the show's over. So everyone's kind of having regrets. Everyone has released their statement. If we have time, we'll read Sandoval's statement because he has released a statement of his own. He was later to the game. The Scandival is named after him. I still think he was like, whatever Ariana gets, I get because my name is on the damn thing. I'm going to die on that hill. Not blaming Tom for the end of it. I don't think it was just money. I think, again, creatively, they know where to go. They would have worked out the money somehow and been like, here it is. You're not getting any more. Take it or leave it. Anyway, and Lala said, Scheana weighed in and said, she's just going to do the same thing she's been doing. And the people she speaks to, she speaks to. The people she doesn't, she'll always speak to some of them because this is such a long period of her life. I get it. So she's happy where she is. She's not reaching out to anyone that she doesn't speak. So it's not like they all reached out together and, this brings them together. And she implied that the people she speaks to is great, and those that she doesn't, she doesn't. And that's really it. Lala said,